Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know. Hi. I'm late. It's not a great morning. I mean, it's not a bad, well, it's I just sometimes you wake up and you have bad mornings and nothing goes right and nothing your skin's full. You got acne. I need some sun. I need some sun. That's what it is. I haven't gone outside enough. That's a me problem. But no, I didn't wake up in a great mood. And hi, Badger. And I'm not going to cry and I'm not going to rage quit or I'm not going to do any of that. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know. But, no, I just, not in a good frame of mind. Hi, Gimme Coffee. Hi, Badger. Hi, Neil. I'm sorry I was late. Not my morning. Not my morning. It was my circus. They were my monkeys. But now they're not. I have no idea. I had to, fucking everything. Fuck everything. Just fuck everything. Fuck everything. I don't care. What am I trying to do here? Anyway, okay, let's just go on because I don't want to talk about myself. Here we go. Let's see. I had a lot of stuff planned for today. So we're gonna get started on it. Anyway, it's gonna be a short one today because I have to do some errands today that I have to do. So, good morning. Hi, Pepper. Good morning. Give me coffee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I have to clean in a couple hours for they're coming over to fix our floor. So I have to move a bunch of stuff that I moved some this weekend, but then I'm going to move some more stuff. Anyway, it's a whole long thing. Good morning, Jane. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I haven't had coffee. Hold on. Let me just pour some coffee and then I'll see what's what. Then we'll see what's what. Anyway, so, I don't know. Sometimes you wake up, you have shitty mornings. That's just the way it is. Sometimes you wake up with more than one shitty morning. That's what that is. Anyway. But it's really good to see everyone. Oh my gosh. Did you have a good weekend? Did everyone have a good weekend? Did you watch the game? I didn't watch the game. Hi. And times 4. Nice. Monday mornings are baseline shitty. Exactly, Pep. Exactly. They're baseline shitty. They're fraught with opportunities. I didn't watch either. I asked my brother yesterday. We have a call. Just halftime. I did watch halftime. I liked it. I love Kendrick Lamar and I love SZA. I love her. I love that song they do together. I love that. I don't know. You know what it would have been great? You know what I would have loved more? But of course this would never happen. I watched the game, but it was so one-sided. I turned on my second TV and watched cooking videos on YouTube. Was it one-sided? Oh shit. That's a bad Super Bowl. Bad Super Bowl if it's one-sided. Super Bowls are better when it's like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, like that kind of thing. Hey, Jane. Jane saying hi to everyone. What would have been better for me, although I absolutely love Kendrick Lamar. I thought he's really good. Yeah, Philly really crushed Kansas City. Holy shit. What really would have been better if Kendrick Lamar came out, and it's not on him to do this, but it would have been a great moment if he had come out and ready to sing and everything, and says, "Yeah, good morning. It's a day that ends in Y, so there must be a threat of tariffs." Oh, Lee, we have to watch that, right? Is that supposed to happen today? I think. I don't know. I wish he would have said, "I cannot perform for a fascist in the presence of a fascist King. Good night, everybody. And then dropped the mic and walked off. If he had just done that, if he had just, Pepper and Tom watched and I think someone else, who else watched with us in Discord? We watched the halftime show, just the halftime show. If he had just done that, I think that would have been just the moment for this moment, but of course it's not going to happen. And it's not all on him to make that political statement. But boy, would that have been something else if he just said, I'm not performing for a fascist regime sitting in the stands. No, that's too Mussolini for me, but no, that's okay. But you know what the problem is that it's pretty clear that I don't think anyone got the message of his music. I don't think the message of, I don't know, maybe that wasn't intended. Okay, that's fine. It was just a show. It's like Beyonce playing in Saudi Arabia. It's like, I don't know, does Shania Twain do that? I want to make sure I pick on everyone. No clue what they're doing. Clump is spouting off about things that don't happen overnight. God, Lee, how in the world? How in the world are you supposed to combat? How are you even supposed to prepare for something like this? That is so ridiculous. I can't even believe that. What the fuck are we doing? This is so dumb. How can we be such a dumb country? I saw the dancers set up to look like the U.S. flag. I did see that picture. Yeah. So, yeah, from that standpoint, it didn't, maybe it wasn't intended to send any political messages, and that's fine. It's not his job. It's not Kendrick Lamar's job. But man, what a missed opportunity. I'm sorry. A missed opportunity to do something big. I don't know. It just felt weird. I don't know. Whatever. I still love Kendrick Lamar. And again, it's not on one artist to carry the message. But man, we can't miss these opportunities. We cannot miss these opportunities. Oh, I know. Yeah, please, butterflies, whenever you need to, you go ahead and let it out, girl. Let it out. He was so good. He was very good. There's nothing I would not even, but I'm just saying, I'm obsessed with the moment we're in. And I think that's a me problem too. I'm recognizing actually that's a me problem. I'm too in this moment. You know what I mean? Like I'm too focused on that stuff. Nobody like him. Yeah, there's no one like him. Yeah. Oh, no, he's a fantastic artist. And I'm delighted that he was the halftime performance. I mean, I think it was great. And I love SZA. She's got a beautiful voice. I would have had more of her. But anyway, I don't know. And you know, the other thing is I remember Kendrick Lamar from way back when he did a part in a Jasmine Sullivan video, Break the Windows Out of Your Car. He was in that video. And it was such a good song. He just did like the interim, like the featured. But no, I love it. But I'm just like, God, I just want those moments. I want those moments where we spit in the face of the fascists. And I'm not being asked to do the halftime show, so I can't drop that mic. But man, I can't wait for the moment that someone does. I really can't. I cannot wait for the moment that someone doesn't just drop that mic and say, fuck you. We're not performing for you. We'll perform for people, but not you. But it's money, right? It's money. It's money. So what's this about the flag that was held up and now law enforcement is looking at possible charges reported by ESPN? What's that, Kimmy Coffee? I hadn't heard that. I thought it was like that. Have you seen any of the breakdowns of his symbolism? No. No, I haven't. Maybe that's the problem. But it is my suburban white lady perspective. And I understand that. It was subversive. Okay. Maybe that's what it was. I didn't get the fuck you. So that's a me problem. Okay, noted. I'm glad. That makes me happy. Because I definitely, I mean, I know the songs and I know that, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess I wish he would have just walked off. I don't know. But whatever. I was looking for subversive. Why did I not see it? Maybe we need maybe that's a deficit in my language, but yeah, I mean, I thought the song obviously the messages are still there. And the A minor is a very significant. It's about Drake being a pedophile. That's what it is. The song is about Drake being a pedophile. And everybody loves those songs. No, she said there's a breakdown of the symbolism. She just said that. Butterflies. Iggy said she's telling me there was a symbolism. Yeah, she said the breakdowns of the symbolism shared that. And I think that's true. And even on the face of it, I see the performance as being not not like laudatory or anything, but I want to look at that. That will help me be understanding of. It just didn't come through to me, and that's maybe what it was. And it's not even that. It's not even that. It's that I wish he would have just walked off. That's what it is. So he would have walked off. Yeah, Iggy's telling me, she's correcting me that there was plenty of symbolism in there that I missed. Here we go. Here's a TikTok. Hold on.
The halftime show.
Okay, wait, good. So this is good. This is what I need then. This is what I need.
It was a message.
Okay, good. This is great. Hold on. I'm going to show you this. This is me learning that I'm not seeing everything I should be seeing. And what I see might be different from what other people see. And that, kids, is how we learn.
About our government and
oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
Revolution.
Damn it, stop. I hate TikTok for this reason. They are so bad about, like, fucking autoplay. Okay, here we go. The revolution is about to be televised. Now, all of that, I totally understand, okay? All of those, like the Samuel L. Jackson references, his references, the revolution I understood all those. Maybe that's what it was. That's all it was, is that I did see the messages within the songs that are, but my problem is that it was too subtle. That's what it was. I need a hammer. And that's, again, I don't want to criticize because this is not that was not my stage. And, not my opportunity. So I can't be too critical. Here we go. Okay, so here we go.
The show wasn't supposed to be entertainment. It was a message laced with symbolism about our government and control. In the lyrics, the revolution about to be televised. Right time for the wrong guy. Kendrick warned the audience to pay close attention. Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam, a national personification of the United States.
I got all this.
Symbolizing our government and our military. Uncle Sam represents patriotism and national identity. But with Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, Kendrick was making a statement. He was telling his people to get ready. The division of the American flag highlighted the division in America. The Crips dressed in blue, the Bloods dressed in red. Together, they symbolize our country coming together in unity. The stars and the stripes were divided, illuminating the division in America. Serena Williams' hands shone, lifting the people up. This was more than just a halftime show.
That was Serena Williams? Okay, I didn't. Yeah. I got the Samuel L. Jackson and his part I thought really kind of hit. But that's and the intended audience was the Black community. And then so that makes a ton of sense. And again, I really am not trying to be on it. My only hope was that he would come out and drop the mic. But I'm open to hearing that maybe this was a much more of a protest act than it might have appeared. And it didn't appear that it was not a protest, but it did appear that, man, I just wish everybody walked off. That's what so that the dumbest person in the room would be like, what just happened? But maybe that's my white interpretation of what should have happened, right? Right? So I appreciate, thank you everyone. Oh my God. These are those moments where I'm like, my daughter does this with me too. She's like pushes back a little bit like, well, wait a minute. Da 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 da. What about this? What about that? And I'm like, oh, you know what? I never really thought of it that way. So thank you. I really think you guys are awesome. Thank you for helping me understand a little more about why not dropping the mic was actually the protest. So you've turned my perception around. And again, I absolutely adore I love Kendrick Lamar, and I've loved him for a long time, ever since he did that little spot on Jasmine Sullivan's video. Which actually, oh no, I guess I can't play it. But it's such a good video. It's such a good song. Yeah, can we get fuck Donald Trump? But what do you do with the piece of the Yule log next Christmas? Well, you use it to burn the next one. But I think the intended audience got it. So, and that actually, to me now feels more important than dropping the mic, to really tell people, hey, we should be ready for this. I think that's great. So thank you guys. Thanks for making me smarter about that. I really appreciate that. I really think about that differently next time. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. Thank you. I feel educated. Media literacy. So maybe next time, maybe Shania Twain. Hey, Shania, if you're ever asked to do this, could you do the mic drop? I think that would be great. And then, and that actually would be a great message for the white people, for her to say, fuck all this. I'm not doing it. You guys are crazy. And you're a bunch of racists, and walk off. That would be great. So Shania, that's your job. You have that job. You have that job next year. So yeah, I don't know. I'm picking on Shania Twain, but she's just the whitest lady I know. No, I think we learn from each other, and these are those moments. Okay, these were the moments. These are the moments that we're gonna have to understand together. And if I understand more about what Kendrick is trying to say and where that symbolism lies, I can also be like, I can uplift it. I can understand it. I can promote it. Oh, she's Canadian. That's right. That's right. She can. Okay, we got to think of it. Oh, Carrie Underwood. There we go. Let's do the Carrie Underwood. She sang for the fucking thing. Do you like my dino? Do you like my new avatar? Oh shoot, that's not it. I thought that was it. Hold on. I know. Anyway, thanks you guys. I really appreciate you making me a better person. There I am. I don't know. Maybe Billie Eilish could do the mic drop. I don't know. Whoever. Saw her ew, heteronomous what's that mean? Don't look at me, my naked dino body. I couldn't find an attractive T-Rex body. Okay, I tried. Yeah, deport hate, and then the other sign is from the 60s. And it says, what does it say? I can't even remember. In times like these, only criminals remain silent. That's the dino body needs a thong. Why are you guys looking at my penis? Why are you looking at my penis? I'm telling you, that was one of the more subtle penises, so, or whatever that is. I don't even know what part of the dino that is. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. It's a chimera. Yeah, that's it. It's a chimera. Maybe dinosaur boxers. I'm sorry. I just love it. Oh my God. Stop. It's that ass I'm worried about. How about a tutu? I know I could do a tutu. Gosh, you guys, is my dino nakedness making you upset? My dino needs some. My dino definitely needs some sun. It's that ass. I worry about that ass. Oh my God. You guys cracking me up. Oh shit. Okay. We got a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Fortunately for you, you have to listen to me talk about stuff. Oh. Okay. Hey man. I'm just tired of everyone up here pulling their hair out over it. Time to do the talking on the ice. Hell yeah, Neil. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. What's Hieronymus Bosch? What is that? Are you talking about my booty? 51 state crap is about Putin's multipolar world. Rump said he spoke with Putin. Now he's back on the 51st state. Meanwhile, Russia is restocking frontline with mules. Oh my God, Jane. That's terrible. And drop the gloves, elbows up, Neil. Oh, a painter. Okay. Is that what that looks like? Oh, Bosch was an artist. Right. That makes sense. Is that kind of what I look like? I look like he did that? Or I'm not sure what it is. Or I look like him? I know there was an actor named Kenny Guai in Ghost Dog. We watched Ghost Dog on Discord last night. Thank you so much, for putting on Ghost Dog. That's a great movie, and I really appreciate you putting that on. And there was a guy in the credits of that movie named Kenny Guai, Guay. And we were like, yes, Kenny Guai, yes. He was a Renaissance painter. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look him up. I know the name, but I didn't know his art, so I'll take a look at it. There's a goat statue at Mar-a-Largo, covered in money that says "In Trump We Trust," and I'm spanning Reawaken Tour people with it. I asked Julie Green to ask God about it. Dear God, what about this paper-covered mule? A goat. I mean goat, sorry. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much. Kenny discovered the Guai Island. R.I.P. R.I.P. Kenny. R.I.P. Kenny. What's the frequency? Oh, I recognize that. Okay. Oh, because they have different heads and bodies and shit? Is that what it is? Is that why? Is that why? Whoa. It's loading like an old photo. Wow, that's weird. Oops, it was already answered. I think I'm using Carla's Slow as a snail server. No, you're fine, Neil. You're fine. Oh, the Gwai. Okay, so we had on Spaced Out Trivia one time, Jane, we had a question, and for some reason, there was like multiple countries with Gwai at the end of it. I can't remember now what the joke is. But it was like Paraguay, Uruguay, Guay, something like that. Comparing the richness of the oils. Okay. So it was like Guay, like Paraguay. It was a trivia question. Oh wow. I see. Oh wow. Oh wow. I clicked on the painting and it like goes to a specific part of it. Let me see if I can find one of the so you mean comparing the richness of the oils. Wasn't that the last trivia Don't Go to the Show boy was at? I don't know. Was it? I don't know. Oh, I love that. One of the guais. Some guai. And guai apparently means like handsome or happy or sweet or something. There was some language we found it in. Anyway, don't go to the show, guai. Yeah. Thank you for that answer. I thought it was just a fun way to say guai. No, so sorry, Jane. Yeah, there's a provenance to it. Its provenance is in trivia, which is a lot of things end up coming out of trivia. But happy to explain. I don't want anyone to feel left out. I'm happy to explain any of the inside jokes if I remember them. There are times when I don't remember them. But that's true. Anyway. Okay, let me see what it is here. Wake and Bake Hot. Oh yeah, Abramovich. There's a Russian oligarch story. We've got Russian oligarchs now. Yeah, I'm up. No, absolutely, Jane. No, you are definitely in the mix, in the groove, as they say. And you've got your finger on the pulse of the lounge. Let's put it that way. What's the frequency, Kenneth? We have a lot of stories to read, and I'll see how much I can get through them before I have to go do my stupid cleaning that I don't want to do. The guy's coming at 10, so I need like a solid half hour before that. That's good. That's 2.5 hours. We'll be fine. We'll be able to get through normal stuff. Yeah, it's multi-purpose. That's true. Oh, Guys and Dolls, Guy Pride Month, Guy Lombardo. That's true. Then it became a whole thing. That's true. It became a whole thing. The word Guy became just a whole thing we could use. As with most words. Okay. Here we go. Let me show you this little piece. Explore the possibilities and be a way to go away. And it's great. It's great. Oh my God. La la la. La 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 la. Boop. All right. Here we go. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. They're replacing part of our floor because the water heater leaked really badly over time and basically fucked up our floor and probably the ceiling underneath. Although I think it just went, actually I don't think it went into the apartment below. I think it went through the walls into the garage for some reason. So anyway, it's been this slow leak. They replaced the water heater a couple weeks ago, but he's let the floor dry out before he replaces part of it. So he's just going to cut out a small part where the water heater was and where it leaked into the floor. And so that's all. That's what we're going to have happen. That's, whatever. He's really nice. He's a really nice guy. He's like the super for the building. It's going to be a lot of work and I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to having people in my house for that long. So whatever. I don't have to pay for it. So I'm really happy. This is the beauty of renting. is that you're already paying a monthly stipend to have someone come in and fix shit that breaks. Yes, the woke mind virus totally broke my water heater. Totally, and 100% broke my water heater. So yeah, that was an actual thing. All right, so here we go. Look how old he looks. I don't know which one of you shared this. Oh, are you waking beef for kebabs? Oh, meat hands. Look out, meat hands. She's got meat hands and they're multiplying. La 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 la. Let me take a little sip of coffee. Drips like that can cause mold. Don't ask me how I know. I know, that was it. There was mold in our house. And that's part of the reason we kind of figured out something was really, really wrong, was because my daughter has real sensitivities to mold, and so she was having a lot of problems, actually. So it could be it probably was exacerbating what she has going on. Anyway, but it's going to be fixed and everything's fine. Water buildup in floors and stuff like that, and walls, they can really cause mold, and then mold spores are in the air, and then it's all booty bump. I'm hoping we're going to move soon. So maybe. I don't know. Now it's hard with the fires. The prices have gone up, so it's kind of hard to move. So we might not move. We might have to hang in here for a minute. Cirque du Soviet. Here we go. Russian oligarch Abramovich, Mr. Aluminium. Anyone watch the movie 2073? It was mentioned in a chat. Ghost lives off-grid in a dystopian New San Francisco in the year 2073. The world is controlled by libertarians, dictators, and tech bros. What? I've never heard of that. Jane, I could have read this. No, you're fine. I adore you. Explore the possibilities that are Guai. 2073, I've never heard that. Oh my gosh. I've never heard that. I've never heard of that movie. I want to see it. That's a good one. Give me coffee. Maybe we should watch that in Discord. I think that sounds fun. Good morning, SB. You're working, but 2073 sounds like Trump's plan for 2030. Is he going to be around by 2030? I mean, I'm so curious to see if any of the conjecture about him comes true. I really am. I'm just going to say it. I'm so curious to see if conjecture about whether or not Trump lasts the 4 years or even the 4 months. Like, I'm just so curious. I feel like he's, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about him is that it's kind of like how crazy he is must just work for whoever is around him that needs him to act in a certain way. Because if he's like crazy and making all these weird statements, I just wonder if the people around him, I think of people like Russ Vought, and Bannon and stuff like that. And I feel like they must sense that since he gets away with it, that there's no reason to stop him even in his weirdest, crazy moments. You know what I mean? And furthermore, like things like the Gulf of America, right? The changing of the name of Gulf of America. I feel like he might have said it, somebody said whatever, and they're just not going to stop him from making it happen or doing whatever he does to pretend it happened. Because they don't care, like, it's not like he's doing any damage to their overall. Yes, thank you. It seems they're following Yarvin's butterfly revolution. Step 3 is ignore the courts. Oh, where's that at? Gimme coffee. Yeah. Hi, Tom. Hi, Max. Yeah, they like the stupid distractions. Water that infiltrates between floors and downstairs ceiling. Yeah, that in the wood and stuff like that. Forget it. Mold. Be careful. Yeah. Barron. I know. They think Barron's going to turn out to be a huge disappointment, by the way. If you thought Eric Trump was dumb, oh, girl. Let me tell you about Barron Trump. That kid is twice as dumb as Eric. And that's saying something. They all want this. Yeah. So it works for them, right? The chaos works. The wheel spinning of trying to get the Gulf of America renamed works. All of that works. All of that works. Actually, but instead of doing the Abramovich one, actually, speaking of that, let's stay on topic here a little bit. Let me see what I've got here. I've got this one. These are the lawyers working for Doge. Russian oligarch. What's this? How a Canadian scientist and a venomous liver. Oh, Ozempic. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why I had that. Oh, this is. Let's listen to this. Oh, you guys want to listen to this? Oh, it's only 4 minutes. This is the podcast version of my written post. Of course, it's a coup of 5th February. Okay, let's do that. This is Timothy Snyder. 7, turn out your people. What does that mean? I want to find that. Wait, 1 is, okay, Gimme Coffee is reporting this. 1 is campaign on autocracy, purge the bureaucracy, ignore the courts, co-opt Congress, centralize the police, shut down the elite media and the academic institutions, and turn out your people. What does turn out your people mean? I know, I want to listen to everything today. Me too. The spell might be broken when the witch is dead. Yeah, actually, I agree. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen that way. Goddamn Canadian. I know, you Canadian scientists. Get the hell out of here. Okay, let's listen to someone much smarter than me, Timothy Snyder, about, of course it's a coup. Miss the obvious, lose your republic. I'd rather overreact on this, I guess. Maybe. Hi, Haggard. Did you come in? Good morning, darling. All right, here we go.
This is Timothy Snyder, and I am recording my Substack post, Of Course It's a Coup. Miss the Obvious, Lose Your Republic. Posted on 5 February 2025. Today is 9 February. Of course it's a coup. Miss the obvious, lose your republic. Imagine if it had gone like this. 10 Tesla Cybertrucks, painted in camouflage colors with a giant X on each roof, drive noisily through Washington, D.C. Tires screech. Outjump a couple of dozen young men, dressed in red and black Devil's Champion armored costumes. After giving Nazi salutes, they grab guns and run to one governmental department after another, calling out slogans like, "All power to Supreme Leader Skibbity Hitler." Historically, that is what coups look like. The center of power was a physical space. Occupying it and driving out the people who held office was to claim control. So, if a cohort of armed men with odd symbols had stormed government buildings,
now I get it.
Americans would have recognized that as a coup attempt. And that sort of coup attempt would have failed. Now, imagine that. Instead, the scene goes like this. A couple dozen young men go from government office to government office, dressed in civilian clothes and armed only with zip drives. Using technical jargon and vague references to orders from on high, they gain access to the basic computer systems of the federal government. Having done so, they proceed to grant their supreme leader access to information and the power to start and stop all government payments. That coup, in fact, is happening. And if we do not recognize it for what it is, it could succeed. In the third decade of the 21st century, power is more digital than physical. The buildings and the human beings are there to protect the workings of the computers, and thus the workings of the government as a whole, in our case, an, in principle, democratic government, which is organized and bounded by a notion of individual rights. The ongoing actions by Musk and his followers are a coup because the individuals seizing power have no right to it. Elon Musk was elected to no office, and there is no office that would give him the authority to do what he is doing. It is all illegal. It is also a coup in its intended effects to undo democratic practice and violate human rights. In gaining data about us all, Musk has trampled on any notion of privacy and dignity as well as on the explicit and implicit agreements made with our government when we pay our taxes or our student loans. And the possession of that data enables blackmail and further crimes. In gaining the ability to stop payments by the Department of the Treasury, Musk would also make democracy meaningless. We vote for representatives in Congress who pass laws that determine how our tax money is spent. If Musk has the power to halt this process at the level of payment, he can make laws meaningless, which means, in turn, that Congress is meaningless and our votes are meaningless, as is our citizenship. Resistance to the coup is the defense of the human against the digital and the democratic against the oligarchic. If Musk controls these digital systems, Republican elected officials will be just as helpless as Democratic ones. The institutions that they voted to create can also be deleted, as Musk puts it. President Trump, for that matter, will also perform at Musk's pleasure. There's not much he can do without the use of the federal government's computers. No one will explain this to Trump or to his supporters, of course. A coup is underway against Americans as possessors of human rights and dignities, and against Americans as citizens of a democratic republic. Each hour this goes unrecognized makes the success of the coup more likely. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for doing the things that you do. This is Timothy Snyder. I was reading my Substack post.
He is so good. I really like him. Yeah, it is weird to be going about normal life while the coup is happening. And that's the thing. You know, it's interesting, and I'm just going to be really open. Yesterday, I had a call with my family, and we were talking about something, and then we were talking about something that, you know, that was happening over here that wasn't really related to, like, news and stuff like that. And I don't know, something in me kind of snapped, and I'm like, you know, USAID is gone. Like, it's just gone. Like, our country is in really deep trouble right now. We've got unelected hackers, and not the good kind, like the stupid kind, the bro kind, fucking up our systems. And, you know, by the time the next checks roll around, I don't know if we're going to hear everybody got their check on time. You know what I mean? So I think it is a weird time because we have to go on with normal life because life continues, right? People need us. Yet there are these very major shifts that haven't really necessarily changed everyone's lives yet, but they probably will, at least in some way. So it's kind of interesting. It's not, I don't think there's any, you know, I think it's reasonable that we have to be able to go about normal life and at least keep pushing some stuff, but then also figure out how to resist or how to do what we can to resist and educate and just share information. I think that's my job, is I'm just sharing whatever I get. I try to share it. Like, that's what I feel like my main role is to share. And then also, I mean, you know, I think I think protest is the way. I think, you know, I have to get out in the street. So I don't know. It's a hard time right now. Let's just I'm going to acknowledge that. I don't know if it's a hard time for you guys, but I think it is. It's a hard time right now. It's just a really hard time. I wonder if that was part of the strategy. If normal life continues, the soft coup feels legitimate. I think you're absolutely right, Neil. Don't you feel like, I would think any despotic leader or group of leaders in this case would consider the ability of people to just keep going on with daily life, you know, a victory in their minds. And I think to a large extent it could be, right? What I'm talking about when it's like life goes on is that, hospitals have to keep running. Your children still need to be taken care of, like those types of normal life things. I'm not saying that, blah, 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 blah. But I do think, that a strong degree of normalcy and not discussing what's happening at the higher levels is a complacency, I guess, or a form of complacency that could be dangerous for the long term. Let's put it that way. But I'm just acknowledging that there will be pieces of life that have to continue and that we find ourselves in, which may feel very weird and like a second world if we're also kind of thinking about these larger issues and worrying about, 22-year-olds having access who are racist, having access to people's data and shit like that, or the ability to fuck with shit. I'm really upset too about the fact that we're just not getting good information. You know what I mean? Like the stories change, and do they have read-write access? Do they have read-only or whatever? I don't even care. Have they taken any pictures? Have they downloaded any data? Whatever. We're just getting no transparency, which is all the hallmarks of this are a coup. And I guess I don't understand why there isn't more, I don't know. What am I saying? I'm sitting on my fucking ass talking about it. I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to do it all the time, but, I'm not trying to lecture anyone or anything like that. That's not what I'm here to do. Let's see. Just assume the worst. We'll never know for sure. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm kind of trying to do. Or just trying to keep aware of what is the legal, or what is the navigation, right? Like, what is the navigation? How do we navigate this in terms of being helpful to ensure human rights? Like, that's, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure people aren't scared, or hurt, or, hungry or sick. That's really it. That's what I would like to avoid. And right now I know that there are people who are terribly frightened about what this administration is about to do to them. And just living with that sense of fear is enough for me. That's torture. That's torture. So I don't have to know all of how this is going to impact people to know that right now there are people who are terribly scared about their well-being or their loved ones' well-being. And that to me is unacceptable. So I don't know. Whatever. In times like this, it's on the media to hammer away until they get the info. I really feel like that's the key, Neil. And I know there are some great journalists out there, but we really need more great journalists. We really need more great journalists. And we need to have big voices really take those risks if they can. I mean, I heard someone yesterday talk about, well, I had to take the deal because I have, a family and da-da-da-da. And I understand all of that. I really hope people... the people who can take a little bit of that risk can take it comfortably, and that people have their back. That's the other thing. If there are federal workers who don't want to take the deal, someone should be backstopping them. Someone should be standing and saying, don't worry, I've got you. Hey, Bill Gates. Hey, Tom Steyer. Hey, Michael Bloomberg. Hey, all you supposedly left-leaning billionaires. Now's your time to shine. Now is your time to shine. How do you ensure that you tell those people, that woman that I listen to who lives in Texas, who works a remote job, who needs that job to feed her family, and that's why she had to take the deal? Why don't you have her back? Why don't you say directly in the face of those federal workers, don't take the deal. I've got you. This is not hard. You could do that math. And Mark Cuban, another one, he does seem to be clapping back. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't hear where the fuck's Tom Steyer? Mr. I was going to run for president, or I wanted to something or other. I don't know what the fuck he wanted to do. Bloomberg, where the fuck are you? Come on, you guys. You were supposed to speak truth to power. Hey, interesting news. I don't know if you saw a tweet I sent the other day. Tom, I'm in a 75% Trump district. They didn't have a D. I know. That's the other thing. There's so many districts like Max Flowers where there is no Democrat running. We have got to get, I mean, it's not even that. It's just, and use Democrat just as a placeholder for people who want a democratic form of government and to help people in their community who aren't who aren't public health deniers, who aren't election deniers, who aren't corporate slaves, who aren't, whatever those things are, beholden to corporations or dark money. We need people like that. I don't care what you call yourselves. Call yourselves an independent. Call yourselves whatever you want to call yourself. I don't care. That's not the point. If you think that's the point, you miss the point. What's that? Oh, this is I jumped down a hole with about white nationalism the other day. Oh yeah, I kind of wanted that. This is the I jumped down a Jenny Cohn hole. So let me see what else I've got. What is this? What date? February 8th. It's kind of old now. Oh, this one the unitary executive runs amok. We have a lot to read. Okay. I see those chuds with flags on their trucks driving around town. Yeah, you have a lot of that kind of thing. I have more hidden Trumpies down here in Southern California. Although some of them are. It depends on what area you go to. But I wouldn't be shocked to learn that I live even a lot of I have a lot of Trumpers probably near me. Yeah, this is the empty wheel. My country is really just all grass county is just grass farms. That sounds good. I'll move up there, Paul. I'll see you in a minute. I feel you. Those 25% are the ones to band together. Yeah. Hi, Tom. I can't remember what I was saying, but doesn't matter. Okay. Let me see. What else? Wait, was there something? Oh, the billionaires. Yeah, I just think we could use some really brave. You can buy a house around here for $50,000. Interesting. I need to find a place to retire. I don't know where to go. I don't think I can afford to stay here. It's really expensive. Okay, here we go. Gosh. Okay. There was a big development in Doge's attempts to. You know what the thing is I don't want to do it if it's like old news now. You know what I'm saying? I want to be up to date. I want to be at the moment. I want to be. People are nice on the outside, but mag on the inside. Yeah, Paul J, I get that a lot. I think that's a lot about my neighborhood too. Or not neighborhood, but just area. I think there's plenty of people who would vote for Trump in this area, and you wouldn't know it. I heard Hakeem Jeffries speak about elections without Dem candidates. I was shocked. Is it because of physical threats? If not, there should be a Dem in every race, in my opinion. I know, Neil, that's been a long time issue, and I think it's just certain areas of the country where it's been, they haven't run a lot of ruling from Saturday about USAID. It's not old. Okay, I'll go back to it. And it's a good ruling too. But yeah, that is something that, like Bannon really pushed the ground game of getting local school boards and other races and really putting the emphasis on that way back in like 2015, 2016, at least, and probably earlier than that in other people's memories. But so they've been pushing the right-wing extremists have been pushing ground game for a long time. And I don't know why, it's not been a big part the Democratic, and there's been plenty of pockets across the country where there's been unopposed races or things like that. So it's local politics is something that I think you're right. I think the Democrats, if that's what you want to call them, could do a better job of that. But yeah, around my area, they're tired of putting time, energy, and money into running when the DNC doesn't have their back. I'm going to agree with you there. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the DNC. And that Ken Martin, I'm not impressed at all. Not having a Democratic candidate in the two-party system leads credibility. Yes, exactly. You're right, Neil. For me, local has always been the strongest game. That's where public opinion starts. I agree, and I think we should be putting a more emphasis on that. I just want to take a quickie look at the headlines, and then I will read that because I really do want to read that empty wheel piece. All right, so we've got Trump 2.0 heralds an aggressive flexing of power. We know China is at the heart of Trump tariffs on steel and aluminum. That came down today. How did that Ken guy win? Because no one else was real. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I could not watch that DNC thing. It just made me insane. It just made me insane. I don't know what the answer is. All I do is have opinions. So what do I know? Existing American tariffs already restrict steel and aluminum shipments from China, which is now flooding other markets with its exports instead. Okay. Trump will impose tariffs on steel today. Oh, well, let's see if there's an update on that. I know Lee's busy working on that. Metal tariffs. Is this the update? Where's the update? Oh. The updates are above. Okay. Metal tariffs. President Trump said he would impose a 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum, and starting Monday would take other action. Vance attacks judges. Oh, yeah, we got that. All right. Oh, what happened? Oh, everything went away. What happened? Come back. Where's my thing? Come back. Oh, my God. You guys went away. I mean, I was an independent for a long time, and then I was a Democrat. It just depended if I wanted to vote in primaries or not. You know what I mean? Bear with me. For many years, the NDP, very left party, was shut out in Quebec. It got so that the party would recruit college kids across the country to run as candidates in Quebec. Oh, that seems like an interesting plan. Hi, Carrie. How are you? We're okay. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, I'm okay. We're just reading some stuff today. I gotta keep my. Oh no, actually, I've still got a lot of time. Let's see. Okay, all right, that's fine. I want to go back to this. Focus. Here we go. Trump appointee Carl Nichols enjoins Trump from stranding USAID workers. I don't need to vote in primaries. I can still vote on the issues. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so this is Empty Wheels column from Saturday. Saturday. And this is about USAID, and I wanted to read it for you. A few years ago, Quebecers fed up with libs and cons voted en masse for the NDP, won 40 to 45 seats. Big shock. But if there were no candidates, they would not have won. Oh. I voted NDP last Fed election and vote in both countries. Interesting, Jane. So cool. You're promoting democracy all over the world, Jane. That's what I just heard. Here we go. All right. There was a big development and a few smaller ones in Doge's attempts to start shutting down big parts, Treasury, and Office of Personnel Management of the government. Before I look at those, I want to look at the order Trump appointee Carl Nichols, a former Clarence Thomas clerk, issued in a lawsuit 2 unions filed to enjoin the USAID shutdown. The unions claimed the USAID shutdown violated the Separation of Powers, Take Care Clause, Administrative Procedure Act because it was in excess of statutory authority, Administrative Procedure Act because it was arbitrary and capricious. Chris Geidner highlighted a case restraining the government sending detainees to Guantanamo, but very narrow and probably not generally applicable. Interesting. That's interesting. They describe the death and destruction the shutdown has caused and will cause. The agency's collapse has had disastrous humanitarian consequences. Among countless other consequences of defendants' reckless dissolution of the agency, halting USAID work has shut down efforts to prevent children from dying of malaria, stopped pharmaceutical clinical trials, and threatened a global resurgence in HIV. 40 deaths are inevitable. Already, 300 babies that would not have had HIV now do. 41,000 girls and women will die from pregnancy and childbirth. 42 without judicial intervention. It will only get worse. The actions defendants plan to take on Friday will doom billions of dollars in projects in some 120 countries, including security assistance for Ukraine and other countries, as well as development work for clean water, job training, and education. Oh, I'm so sorry. It was just the numbers were just sorry about that. That's a list. Okay. Now I get it. Sorry. I can't read. The actions defendants plan to take on Friday will doom billions of dollars in projects in some 120 countries, including security assistance for Ukraine and other countries, as well as development work for clean water, job training, and education, including for schoolgirls under Taliban rule in Afghanistan. And they asked for a temporary restraining order on certain actions the government took, which Nichols, after a hearing, construed this way. Plaintiffs framed their TRO, temporary restraining order, request as pertaining to one overarching event, the allegedly illegal and unconstitutional dismantling of USAID. But at the TRO hearing, it became clear that the plaintiffs' allegations of irreparable injury flow principally from three government actions: the placement of USAID employees on administrative leave, the expedited evacuation of USAID employees from their host countries, and Secretary Rubio's January 24, 2025 order pausing all new obligations of funding for foreign assistance of programs funded by or through USAID. Department of State memo, blah, blah, blah. The court finds that a TRO is warranted as to the first actions, but not the third. The request for a temporary restraining order included declarations describing the injuries the shutdown has and will cause, including this one describing the harm a sudden move will cause to an employee's two special needs kids. This directive will have profound impact on the well-being of my kids' personal, educational, and psychological development. I have two children at Post, a 7-year-old in first grade and a 2-year-old in preschool. Both have received Class II medical clearances from state MED, and thus they receive a special needs education allowance for occupational therapy. My older child has documented gross and fine motor skills delays due to prenatal intrauterine growth restriction. My younger child also has documented gross and fine motor skill delays due to torticollis. Both children receive OT services in conjunction with their schooling in a purposefully integrated manner, a best practice promoted by specialists at the State Department's Office of Child and Family Program who oversee their care. Additionally, my older child, who is in the first grade, was recently diagnosed by a licensed medical professional with ADHD and anxiety. They are now receiving cognitive behavioral therapy at Post from a licensed therapist, and the Embassy Medical Unit is tracking their care. Uprooting my children from their school, OT service providers, and child therapist in the middle of the school year will undoubtedly set back their development with possible lifelong implications. In the United States, we currently have no home or ties to a specific school district. My kids have lived overseas nearly their entire life in service of our country. There will be an inevitable gap, possibly a long one, before they are back in a stable routine of integrated schooling, OT services, and psychological services, a routine that medical professionals have determined they need to overcome developmental delays, and in the case of my 7-year-old, ADHD. Or this one, describing the danger of losing access to security protections at high-risk locations. Personal safety risks. The shutdown could have life-threatening consequences for PSC colleagues serving in high-risk locations. The abrupt shutdown of government devices and access was highly reckless to colleagues in active conflict zones, such as Ukraine and Somalia. Friends and colleagues lost access to the embassy safety communication channels, and many could no longer use a safety app called Scry Panic 2.0, which is installed on government-furnished equipment. In addition, many PSCs serving USAID abroad were unsure if they remained under U.S. Chief of Mission Authority, which guarantees access to U.S. government resources to ensure staff safety and accountability, including for emergency evacuations. U.S. Department of State officials who were tasked with developing a plan to get USAID officials home had no instructions or information on the next steps. Many USAID PSCs work in high-risk environments where access to security resources is critical. I have heard from overseas colleagues who have now lost access to diplomatic security systems, meaning they can no longer coordinate security protocols, evacuations, or emergency procedures. Without official communication from USAID leadership, these PSCs remain in dangerous locations without clarity on whether they still have institutional protection. Others fear that in the event of a medical emergency or security threat, they will be forced to rely on personal funds or external assistance, as USAID has not provided guidance on whether existing security protocols still apply to them. A risk exacerbated, the declaration explains, by the false claims launched against USAID staffers. PSCs are also at increased risk of physical harm due to the threats, harassment, and misinformation that have accompanied the shutdown. The reckless rhetoric spread on social media and in political discourse has put USAID personnel at risk. I have heard from colleagues who have been labeled as criminals, supporters of terrorists, or Marxists, simply for doing their jobs. High-profile figures, including Elon Musk and his supporters, have fueled this misinformation, creating a hostile environment where USAID staff fear for their personal safety. With individuals involved in the January 6 insurrection now released, there is a heightened sense of danger that USAID employees could be targeted next. I have colleagues who no longer feel safe in their own homes, with some refusing to leave family members alone out of fear that someone radicalized by online misinformation may try to harm them. Judge Nichols cited both of those injuries in enjoining the government. He cited the latter risk when disputing the government claim that putting 2,700 USAID employees, 500 of whom were already put on leave, the others would have been as of yesterday, was just a garden variety personnel action. Taking the TRO factor somewhat out of order and beginning with irreparable injury, the court finds that plaintiffs have adequately demonstrated that their members are facing irreparable injury from their placement on administrative leave, and that more members would face such injury if they were placed on administrative leave tonight. Many USAID personnel work in high-risk environments where access to security resources is critical. No future lawsuit could undo the physical harm that might result if USAID employees are not informed of imminent security threats occurring in the countries to which they have relocated in the course of their service to the United States. The government argued at the TRO hearing that placing employees on paid administrative leave is a garden variety personnel action unworthy of court intervention. But administrative leave in Syria is not the same as administrative leave in Bethesda. Simply being paid cannot change that fact. That's true. That's true. And one time I was in a Peace Corps van going to Kinshasa airport, and the van was mobbed by a crowd of people. They were rocking the van. I don't know how we got out of that. Yep, it can happen in a second. It can happen in a second. Yikes. MAGA, make Bethesda Syria. Well, they're working on it. They're working on it. Elmo's working on it. Actually, we should start just pointing to Yarvin. Don't you think? Don't you think this needs to become a Yarvin thing? Oh my God. That's so frightening. That is so frightening. And he cited the former injury when ruling that immediately recalling the officers overseas would create real injury, one not counterbalanced by any pressing government need. Specifically, whereas USAID's usual process provides Foreign Service officers with 6 to 9 months' notice before an international move, plaintiffs allege that USAID has now issued a mandatory recall notice that would require more than 1,400 service officers to repatriate within 30 days. Plaintiffs have demonstrated that this action, too, risks inflicting irreparable harm on their members. Recalling employees on such short notice disrupts long-settled expectations and makes it nearly impossible for evacuated employees to adequately plan for their return to the United States. Can I just stop there and ask a question? So, if indeed the administration doesn't care, I feel like every leftist is conspiring to make... well, I mean, but this is my point. This is my point. Whose end game, or is there, I mean, how much influence? Oh, forget it. I can't even put it into words. I don't even know. I don't even know how to put it in words. I have an uncle that worked for Catholic Relief who was semi-kidnapped. Oh, Kathy. I'm telling you right now, that's really, really frightening. Getting rid of the Department of Education means they're coming home to possibly the same lack of special services here at home. My heart breaks for that mom. I'm telling you. That's the thing. If they all come this way, so if indeed the plan is to just kind of bankrupt the country and close all the programs and, oh well, and have that kind of attitude, I guess I see it. I guess the plan then is you kind of swoop in and, okay, here's the new Department of Education, which is basically whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely not smart enough for this one. Okay, so let me keep going. For instance, one of plaintiff's members attests that if he is recalled from his foreign post, he will be forced to uproot his 2 special needs children from school in the middle of the year, setting back their development with possible lifelong implications. He also attests that because his family has no home in the United States and his children have lived overseas nearly their entire life, there will be an inevitable gap, possibly a long one, before they are back in a stable routine. The medical professionals, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we read that. Even if a future lawsuit could recoup any financial harm stemming from the expedited evacuations, like the cost of breaking a lease or abandoning property that could not be sold prior to the move, it surely could not recoup damage that was done to educational progress, physical safety, and family relations. But perhaps the most important language in Judge Nichols' short opinion was his disdain for the government's flimsy claims that USAID employees have to be put on leave because of vague claims of fraud. When the court asked the government at the TRO hearing what harm would befall the government if it could not immediately place on administrative leave the more than 2,000 employees in question, it had no response beyond asserting without any record support that USAID writ large was possibly engaging in corruption and fraud. That is, when pushed to justify this purge to a sympathetic Trump appointee, DOJ simply couldn't substantiate the claims of fraud. Oh my God, how terrible, right, Jim? To be sure, Nichols only joined the government until February 14th, and he didn't reverse the freeze on funding. Notwithstanding that the government likely lied in saying that the freeze only applied to prospective funding obligations. As a threshold matter, the court notes that there are significant factual questions about what the practical effect of that order is. The government argued at the hearing that the order only prevents USAID from entering new obligations of funding, leaving it free to pay out contracts that it entered into prior to January 24, 2025. And indeed, the text of the order does seem to permit that result. Yet, plaintiffs maintained at the TRO hearing that the payments on existing USAID grants have been frozen, preventing certain contracting officers employed by USAID from using agency funds to fulfill monetary commitments that the agency had already made. But Trump's administration had a chance to substantiate the wild claims of fraud and abuse that Elon Musk has leveled at USAID, and Carl Nichols was unimpressed. All right, thank you, Empty Wheel. That was good. All right, bookmarks. We got bookmarks. Bookie marks. Come on. Open. 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 Okay. Okay, wait. Oh, no. I don't want to read this. This is, who is this? Steve Vladek. I'm kind of interested in this. Here, yeah. Wait, what did I miss? All An all-girls private school in my area had to cancel its Introduce a Girl to Engineering event because of Trump's EO. Yeah, that's right. It was a collaboration with the Army Corps of Engineers. Wow. Well, and the thing is that's gender, right? So they couldn't do something that was gendered. I feel like every less is a mold bug. Neither is mold bug. It's a robbery. They want all the money from the departments and I know. I guess that's what it is. And it's going to go into this wealth fund. I got to understand that one too. Have we I just don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't really know if I'm ready for all this. I'm not ready for this jelly. No, I am. Okay, here we go. Steve Vladeck. This is from February 6th. Well, what am I saying? Because this is really old. Weekly bonus content for one first. Blah, 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 blah. For today's bonus issue, I want to try and step back from the fast-moving developments and take a more holistic look at the stunning amount of power that President Trump has claimed in his first 2+ weeks of office and its relationship to the unitary executive theory. The idea that because the Constitution vests the executive power in a single person, that person must be able to exercise bureaucratic control over the entire executive branch. As folks who follow the Supreme Court even somewhat closely know, the justices have done quite a lot over the past 15 years, and especially over the past 7, to endorse that theory and to recognize a degree of constitutionally required presidential control that we've never seen before. To be sure, even the most aggressive academic and judicial proponents of the unitary executive theory have never argued for the amount of power Trump is claiming, from the power to impound funds Congress has appropriated, to the power to shutter agencies Congress has created, to the power to fire anyone within the executive branch who isn't sufficiently loyal to the president. To be as blunt as possible, there are no Supreme Court decisions that support those assertions of power, nor do they even logically follow from any plausible reading of the unitary executive theory. These assertions are already faring poorly in the courts, and I suspect the Supreme Court, or at least a majority thereof, will be as skeptical as lower courts have been. And yet, it's impossible not to think that the Supreme Court's aggressive moves towards endorsing the unitary executive theory have provided at least some support for what Trump is doing, and has put on the wall at least some arguments that would previously have been off of it. What's worse, the breakdown in interbranch and interbranch accountability that we're already seeing in the opening weeks of the second Trump administration is the exact cost of the Supreme Court's executive power jurisprudence that its critics have been warning against for decades. To make a long story short, the Supreme Court didn't cause this mess unless you believe that Trump would never have been elected but for the immunity ruling. I'm not convinced. But its aggressive and controversial embrace of executive power has almost certainly enabled it. Boom. That's it. Oh, man, I want you to say more. For those who are not, the next free installment of the newsletter will drop on Monday. I'm not one of yours. Oh, wait. So do you have your next installment? Oh, here we go. Contempt of the... Oh, we got it. I got it. Okay, so this is from today. Here we go. As court orders blocking Trump administration policies continue to mount, with the Justice Department taking its first appeal in one of these cases, to the Ninth Circuit in one of the birthright citizenship challenges. That's right. That's my circuit. Whoop, 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 whoop. Vice President and Elon Musk... with the Vice President and Elon Musk starting to flood the zone with charges of courts behaving badly, it seemed like an opportune moment to tell a story that is, perhaps surprisingly, not well known outside of certain nerdy law professor, legal historian circles. The story of United States v. Shipp, the only example of the justices holding someone, or in that case 6 people, in contempt for defying the court's mandates. As noted below, Shipp reflected a remarkable and rousing defense of the court's authority, even over state criminal proceedings at a time before the justices had subjected them to most of the Constitution's protections. But it also underscored just how much the court's ability to even adjudicate, let alone enforce its contempt power, depended upon the acquiescence, if not the affirmative support, of the federal executive branch. It is, at its core, a story about both the extent of and the limits on federal judicial power, all in the context of the ugly state of race relations in turn-of-the-century Tennessee. But first, the court-related news. The coup certainly seems to be working out well for lukewarm takes from our usual commentators. I just wanted to know what's happening. Neil, an old timer a few years ago, had a 1930s Cadillac. He was looking to sell it. I asked him if he could have it. He said, I turned down $95,000 for it. I said, well, I had to ask. Oh, that's cute. All right. The court, which is still in the middle of its annual midwinter recess, made very little news last week. On Monday, Jodis Sotomayor vacated an administrative stay she had previously entered in a federal criminal appeal and denied a stay pending appeal, clearing the way for the defendant's new trials to go forward. On Wednesday, the full court, over no public dissents, refused to block Texas's execution of Stephen Nelson. And on Thursday, the court denied 3 of the acting Solicitor General's 4 motions seeking to pause cases in which the federal government is a party, presumably while the Trump administration considers whether to change the government's position. Although the court provided no explanation, it appears that it denied each motion to which the opposing parties objected, and granted the motion in the only case in which the opposing party didn't object. The result is that only one case about whether the Department of Education has the statutory authority to directly forgive loans for students swindled by their schools will be put off for now. I asked Vladek. I asked Schumer what I can do. He said vote. I asked Vladek. He said subscribe to my newsletter. Yeah, it's true. Speaking of cases not being delayed, the Justice Department also notified the court on Friday that even though it no longer stands by the Biden administration's position in Scarametti, the major case about constitutionality of Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming medical care for minors, it is not seeking to dismiss its appeal. In other words, the court should do whatever it was already going to do after and in light of the December oral argument. One suspects that the DOJ might have tried harder to get the court to dump the case if it thought the court wasn't likely to uphold the Tennessee law. There's nothing on the court's calendar for this week. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm not going to read that. You get the point. Okay. Let me see what else I've got here because I have a lot. Oh, that I think is old. Okay. This is old. We read that one already, actually. Oh, wait. I think this is what I want. Oh, no, we did that one. Sorry. All right, we'll do this. I'm just going to read this. We voted. They had the power. They could have done something. What's going on at San Diego Airport? 2 planes were taxiing, ended up nose to nose and couldn't move. I don't know. Does San Diego have an airport? I didn't even know they had an airport. So there's that. I didn't know that. Yeah. I never said he. I never. What? I never die. I never died, said he. I never dies, said he. What? I don't get it. I'm not having the best day ever, I guess. I'm probably not. I didn't even know they had an airport. Okay, the elite lawyers working for Elon Musk's Doge include former Supreme Court clerks. Much attention has been paid to the young Silicon Valley engineers working for Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, but the group has also hired high-powered legal talent. As members of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency have fanned out across the government in recent days, attention has focused on the young Silicon Valley engineers. Hold on. Boop. Who are wielding immense power in the new administration. Sorry, I need some. Are we doing Lord of the Dance? You know what? You guys have totally lost me. I just want you to know that. I don't know what's happening, and I'm a robot right now. I don't know. I'm not getting any of the jokes. None of the jokes are coming into my head. It's been one of those mornings. Okay, let's see. But ProPublica has identified 3 lawyers with elite establishment credentials who have also joined the DOG effort, whatever, the dog effort. There are 2 former Supreme Court clerks. One clerked for Chief Justice Roberts, another for Gorsuch, and the third has been selected to be a Gorsuch clerk for the 2025-26 term. 2 of the lawyers' names have not been previously reported as working for DOG. All 3, Keenan Kemek, I'm not sure how to say that, forgive me, James Burnham and Jacob Altick, have DOJ email addresses at the Executive Office of the President, according to records reviewed by ProPublica. Altick was recently an attorney at the firm Weil, Gotshal, and Manges, but his bio page is now offline. Neither the White House nor any of the 3 lawyers immediately responded to comment. Referring to DOG work, the White House told ProPublica that doggy work, that's what I'm going to call it. The White House told ProPublica in a statement earlier this week that those leading this mission with Elon Musk are doing so in full compliance with federal law. Kemek? Okay. Who's paying these coup people? Well, that would be Peter Thiel. That's my guess. Anybody have a better guess? I say Peter Thiel. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what money is. However, Doggy's aggressive actions across the government have already drawn lawsuits contending that the group has broken the law. Wait, what? That was it? That was it. Oh, wow. This is a Monday of all Mondays. Let me just fucking tell you, okay? Can I tell you how Monday this Monday is for me right now? Jesus Christ. Oh, well. Wait, what's that? I just don't feel like reading about white nationalists right now. Yeah, Jamie, everybody's filing a suit. We got suits up the yin yang. Oh, wait, is this? This was one. No, that's not it. This is a bad one. Oh, this is bad, bad, bad. I didn't want to show you that. That's an actual white nationalist blog, and I did not. That's part of just my background, that research. That's not what I was going to show you. Oh my God. What happens when they defy the orders? I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, what's this? No, I don't want to read that. Oh, this I kind of. So this is the Jenny Cohn hole. Okay, I want to read this. This was what I was going to show you, but I didn't mean to show you. I was just reading it from reading her thing. I didn't mean to bookmark it. There's too many fascists. Another article I read about Kemek had said he had clerked for Alito before Alito was named to the Supreme Court. So, I think your point is a good one. Many many lawyers, I think, especially ones who are, I guess well paid. I don't know, who are successful. I don't even know what that word means, but you know what I mean. It seems to me a lot of high profile lawyers, or at least that, have clerked with Supreme Court justices, right? He would not have clerked in the Supreme Court. Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. I do wonder, I certainly wonder if the guy who's about to clerk for them, if there's a conflict of interest between a lawyer working for the administration. I don't know. I feel like apparently there must be no conflict, right? Not sure that's right. Okay. So that's what I'm just wondering if there's like a conflict of interest between, whatever. You could certainly say there's money ties between the, you're about to clerk? Oh, is that vomit? I'm going to clerk. Asha Vance did she? I don't know. I don't know anything about her. Funnel a shitload of government money to private contractors like Elon and bogus. See, that's, yeah. This is also, not sure the Kemek. Okay, CV is right. Got you. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Asha Vance clerk for Roberts. And so I'm not surprised to see connections between these folks, running in the same circles and all that kind of stuff. That I'm not shocked by. I'm just kind of interested in whether or not there's a conflict there that, given that they have such close Supreme Court relationships, and I guess it's not. I guess there's no conflict, because normally people are supposed to work with some kind of ethical code, and now you just kind of assume. Supreme Court justices evaluate their own conflicts, so no conflict. Okay, you're right. Okay, sorry. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to stay over here in my stupid corner with my stupid misunderstandings. I'm always in a learning mode. I think I've proven that this morning. I need to be in constant learning mode. I'm always ready for feedback from the right people. Whether there is not. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying. If the justices can say, "Hey, get out of here. There's no conflict. Who cares?" Then it really doesn't matter. That's what you're saying. And I understand that. Oh well. Mood, Brahms Intermezzo in B minor, Opus 119, number 1. Okay. Wait, what is that? Hold on. I'm going to pull that up. My mood is I need to go live in a cave. Yeah, I guess ethics aren't really a thing. I don't know. There's no rules. I don't understand that either. I'm not sure how to operate within a no rules kind of thing. So we're paying for the coup. Oh, hell yeah. Ethics are ethics? Ethics are non-existent? Ethics is non-existent? I don't know. That's a good one. Let's see. What was this? Okay, wait. Brahms, where are you? Brahms. Brahms Intermezzo. 119, please. She didn't say 118. She said 119. Oh, man. Why are they, if they didn't make their titles so long. 119. Oh, here we go. Number 1 or number 1? Okay. Why is it so low? I'm sorry. I like that mood. I'm going to keep that mood, Max. Thank you for that. That works. I would expect judges to be lined up mad. Hi, Jen. It's not a change in Supreme. No, it's not. You're right. There's no ethics code at the Supreme Court. And so, yeah, I understand that. I understand how it works. Like, they're not. If they get to say, oh, is he having a press conference? I didn't even know. Hold on. Let me find out. We'll come back to the white nationalists. We'll go to the other white nationalists. Let's check our white nationalists here. Wait, 10 a.m.? No. Oh. I guess they were supposed to do something and out. Oh, no, 10 a.m. Oh, it's not for a couple hours. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it's for a couple hours. I think I'd advise not tuning into the 2 minutes of hate. Yeah. But Lee's like, this should be good. This should be a good one. Okay, here we go. All right. I don't think it's until later this morning. And developing the habit of not tuning into the 2 minutes hate. Yes. You're right. I need to change. I need to do a lot of things. We all need to do a lot of things. All right. This is a Jenny Cohn rabbit hole. Thanks, Jenny. Jeez. On 7/29/16, tech billionaire Peter Thiel met with Kevin Deanna, who wrote under the pseudonyms Gregory Hood and James Kirkpatrick. In 2012, Deanna as Hood had written, "It's time to fight for a country of our own. It's time to stop being Americans. It's time to start being white men again." Woo! Woo! I don't think you should change a thing. Aw, thanks, Beebs. Clumpy said that some of the U.S. Treasury notes might be fraudulent and we don't have to pay on them. What? What? This is it. It's happening, isn't it? It's really happening, isn't it? It's really happening, isn't it? It's really happening, isn't it? All this shit. Remember the stuff that we got called Blue Anon and all that stuff? Yeah. Okay. It's actually worse. It's actually, you know what? You're right. We were conspiracy theorists in that we were wrong. It was worse than we thought. Oh, fuck it. Fuck off. Ah. All right, here we go. So yeah, this lovely guy met with Peter Thiel in 2016. Waking up from the American dream, a white nationalist memo to white male Republicans. And let me tell you, I read some of it and it's just as bad as you think it's going to be, and worse. And worse. Yeah, so you can read it, but I wouldn't recommend it. She does have little parts though. So from it, it says, "Do you get it yet? America, your America is finished, but you don't have to be." This is from 2012 that he wrote this. This is from 2012 when Obama won his second term. America, your America is finished, but you don't have to be. It's time to fight for what comes next. It's time to fight for a country of our own. Blah, blah, blah. Kevin Deanna met with Thiel on July 29, 2016. He wrote under the pseudonyms of blah, blah, blah for white nationalist publications such as VDare. Remember that, West Virginia? That's where VDare's headquarters is. And American Renaissance, as Hate Watch reported, by Hannah Gase. And then this is I have this article too. This is the article that Hannah wrote in 2021. A white nationalist who met with Peter Thiel admired terroristic literature. So I'm going to read that. Let me just go through her thread. In June 2024, Deanna had crowned himself the Prince of the Alt-Right. Remember the Alt-Right? Another article in 2020 by Hannah Gase, which I also have lined up. "I'm the best writer in the world for my niche," Deanna wrote in an email to McHugh on August 10, 2015. "I've been told that directly. Yet Deanna's life as the Prince of the Alt-Right, as he crowned himself in a 2014 email to McHugh, was far from glorious. His influence on the movement as Hood and Kirkpatrick was no replacement for the security guaranteed by a steady job outside of the extremist movement he had worked so hard to cultivate. As Hood, Deanna penned at least 82 articles for Richard Spencer's Radix Journal. Remember Richard Spencer? 116 articles for Gregory Johnson's website and publishing house Countercurrents, and close to 250 articles for Jared Taylor's American Renaissance. It sure is happening. Meanwhile, as authored nearly 1,100 articles for the anti-immigrant white nationalist site VDare, along with more mainstream ultra-conservative figureheads such as Ann Coulter. Curtis Yarvin. And then Jenny points back to another chain she has. Curtis Yarvin, a computer engineer and blogger who claims to have coached Peter Thiel and his doggy advisor Mark Andreessen's good friend, helped Milo, Bannon, and Breitbart launch the alt-right into the mainstream in 2017. Remember the alt-right? I have that one too. All right. And then it's time for me to do my big definitive guide to the alt-right, Yiannopoulos wrote to Curtis Yarvin, a software engineer who, under the nom de plume of Mencius Moldbug, helped create neo-reactionary movement, which holds that a return to feudalism and authoritarian rule is in order. Which is my whorish way of asking you if you have anything you'd like to make sure I include. Oh, Milo. Oh, Milo. Thiel dined with Milo in June of 2016. Oh, they're all friends. Yiannopoulos also had a private relationship with the venture capitalist Peter Thiel, who invited the Breitbart tech editor for dinner at his Hollywood Hills home in June, a dinner Yiannopoulos boasted of the same night to Bannon. After turning down an appearance on Yiannopoulos' podcast in May 2016, Thiel, let's just get coffee and take things from there, Thiel invited the Breitbart tech editor for dinner at his Hollywood home in June, a dinner Yiannopoulos boasted on Bannon. You two should meet. An obvious candidate for movie financing if we got external. He has fucked Gawker Media founder Nick Denton and Gawker so many ways it brought a tear to my eye. That's right. Peter Thiel paid for what's his name, Hulk Hogan, to take down Gawker because Gawker was reporting back in the day that Peter Thiel was gay, and Peter Thiel was not out publicly. And so he basically worked behind the scenes instead of just suing Gawker. I think he tried to sue Gawker or something or whatever. Instead of that, he worked around that and he promoted the Hulk Hogan sex tape scandal and paid for Hulk Hogan to sue and took down Gawker. So Peter Thiel he got his revenge. He just didn't get it in the direct way. He just got it in an indirect way. And Louise. Yep. I don't even know about Louise Mensch. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. It's so crazy. In June 2016, Southern Poverty Law Center reported that Thiel was scheduled to address the Property and Freedom Society, which, per its website, was dedicated to freedom of association, which logically implies the right to not associate with or to discriminate against anyone in one's personal and business relations. Let me just see if this says anything. PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel, in the news recently for his role financing the Hulk Hogan lawsuit against Gawker, is scheduled to travel to Bodrum, Turkey in September to address the annual meeting of the ultra-libertarian Property and Freedom Society. Well, this doesn't get... And there's Jared Taylor, a prominent American white nationalist, speaking at the Property and Freedom Society in 2013. Founded in 2006 by libertarian academic Hans Hermann Hoppe, the Property and Freedom Society is dedicated to what it calls uncompromising intellectual radicalism. For justly acquired private property, do you guys think this is attractive? Because it's not. Like the Jordan Peterson type of, like, it's not attractive. It's kind of sick making. Uncompromising intellectual radicalism. I mean, I love smart guys. Like I really think smart guys are hot. These guys are not smart. Like they're not hot to me at all. I'm just putting it simply. Just trying to break it down to its simplest parts. Which logically implies the right not to associate with or to discriminate against anyone in one's personal and business relations, and unconditional free trade, according to its website. But beyond the libertarian academics, economists, and business leaders from across Europe and the U.S. who attend and speak at its conferences, the Property and Freedom Society has welcomed white nationalists, including several of the most prominent white nationalists in America. Lovely. Let's see. This is the link to that. I didn't actually read that one. But then, so now I have, this is what I wanted. Wait, do I have this one? Okay, but this is the one I wanted to read. Okay, so this is the one. This is from 2021 in March. Let me take a sip of coffee. The alt-right. Yeah, exactly. Terrible. Bye, neighbor. Have a good day at work. All right, here we go. White nationalism. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. A white nationalist. Well, so this is from Southern Poverty Law Center. A white nationalist propagandist who met with billionaire investor Peter Thiel has been deeply embedded in the movement for well over a decade and has provided an ideological bridge between suit and tie white nationalism and its more violent fringe, according to leaked emails and texts shared with Hate Watch. Kevin Deanna, who met with Thiel on the evening of July 2016 in the midst of the 2016 election cycle, was not merely a participant in a white supremacist subculture when he met Thiel, but was also immersed in its most extreme elements, including literature admired by terrorists. Deanna wrote under the pseudonyms Hood and Kirkpatrick for over a decade for white nationalist publications such as VDare and American Renaissance, as Hate Watch reported in a 4-part series in March 2020. He cited texts like Siege and used terminology drawn from such other books as the Turner Diaries in his work, and used terminology drawn from, and in private conversation. The Turner Diaries, originally published in 1978, has influenced some of the most infamous acts of U.S. domestic terrorism, including the murder of Alan Berg in 1984 and the Oklahoma City bombing in 1995. Siege, a once obscure neo-Nazi newsletter, has resurfaced in recent years as the preferred text of neo-Nazi terroristic organizations, such as the now defunct Atomwaffen Division. Deanna was also connected to people in the U.S. government. About 6 weeks prior to his meeting with Thiel, Deanna discussed recruiting for a white nationalist group with State Department official Matthew Q. Giebert, who used the pseudonym Coach Finstock online, recruited members for D.C. Helicopter Pilots, a Virginia and Washington, D.C. based organizing chapter of white nationalist organization The Right Stuff. Giebert was suspended from his job in the Bureau of Energy Resources, but the State Department has never clarified whether or not he is still being paid. Hate Watch confirmed reporting first published in BuzzFeed suggesting Thiel met with Deanna using a cache of images provided by former Breitbart editor Katie McHugh, who has since renounced white nationalism. McHugh captured a picture of Deanna's exchange with Thiel as well as of several other emails in August 2016. Hate Watch was able to compare a screenshot of one of these photos given to us by McHugh in November 2018 with a series of cached images uploaded to her cloud. Hate Watch has also been able to verify another email thread between Deanna and his editors at VDare, a white nationalist website, where he wrote under the pseudonym Kirkpatrick, discussing the meeting in the same manner. Hate Watch reached out to Thiel, Deanna, Giebert, and several other figures mentioned in this article. All but one, VDare editor Peter Brimlow, declined to comment. Brimlow told Hate Watch that he, quote, didn't have a clear recollection of the events mentioned in an email and asked, Isn't it a rather long time ago? Hate Watch also reached out to both Facebook and Palantir, a data analytics firm co-founded by Thiel. Palantir declined to respond, and a spokesperson from Facebook declined to comment. The images provided to Hate Watch show a series of messages between Thiel, Deanna, and Brendan Kissam. Kissam, according to BuzzFeed, is a former conservative activist who has produced videos for VDare under a pseudonym. Archive posts from Kissam's Facebook, which were provided to Hate Watch by a group of anti-fascist researchers known as the Anonymous Comrades Collective, showed him interacting with white nationalists such as Countercurrents Greg Johnson and Millicent Willows, an account that appears to belong to the white nationalist YouTuber Colin Robertson, who published videos under the pseudonym Millennial Woes. Millicent Willows uses the same logo as Robertson Millennial Woes YouTube channel. On January 21st, 2017, the same weekend as Trump's presidential inauguration, he posted a selfie with Richard Spencer, who lived near Washington, D.C. at the time. Kissam introduced the two men over email on July 30th, 2016, a few days after Thiel appeared at the Republican National Convention. The message used the subject line, Right-Wing Dinner Squad 3. Though the intent is unclear, the subject line appears similar to a meme popular on the far right, Right-Wing Death Squad. As a meme, it refers to the history of authoritarian far-right dictatorships and their extrajudicial killings. Kissam wrote that he had been looking forward to you guys getting to meet. Thiel then followed up with Deanna individually, saying he really enjoyed meeting you last night and was suggesting that they meet up when Thiel was in Washington, D.C. next, or whenever Deanna was in SF, which likely stood for San Francisco, where Thiel lived. As Hate Watch has noted, Deanna has been involved with far-right and later white nationalist organizations for 10 years at the time the email was exchanged with Thiel. It's unclear who else was at the gathering. However, in another email referencing the meeting, Deanna's editor at VDare, Peter Brimlow, cited a few other possible attendees. Dated July 2nd, a little less than 30 days before Thiel, Deanna, and Kissam met, Brimlow chastised Deanna for not keeping him abreast of alt-right developments. He cited a forthcoming meeting with The Right Stuff, Ann Coulter, Thiel, etc. as an example. Deanna was one of numerous people who attempted to balance careers in mainstream institutions in and around Washington, D.C. with a secret life as a white nationalist organizer. In 2006, he founded a far-right student group, Youth for Western Civilization, while working at the Right-Wing Leadership Institute as a field representative. The Leadership Institute, which has provided training for a number of prominent right-wing figures in the past, denied any affiliation with the Youth for Western Civilization. Go figure. We never met them. They didn't even go to our school. While head of YWC, Deanna began writing under the bylines of Gregory Hood and James Kirkpatrick on hate sites in 2008 and 11, respectively. Over the course of the next 12 years, Deanna wrote well over 1,700 articles for white nationalist outlets, including VDARE, National Policies Institute's Radix Journal, American Renaissance, Countercurrents, and The Social Contract. This is Deanna there, that little dork. Laura, send a vid on the theory of stupidity. Here I am. No. Kissam, for his part, was clearly aware of Deanna's pseudonymous personas at the time he connected Deanna to Teal. As McHugh recalled to Hate Watch, Kissam had attended an event where Deanna was scheduled to speak as Gregory Hood a few months prior to his meeting with Teal. She noted that both men were attendees at Countercurrent's inaugural New York forum in May 2016. Deanna, who had been a Countercurrents contributor since 2011, was billed as one of the main speakers. McHugh, who attended the event with Deanna, told Hate Watch that she met Kissam after the event. She noted that Kissam accompanied Countercurrents publisher Greg Johnson, as well as other speakers, to a restaurant in the city after the speeches at the forum concluded. Deanna indulged deeper, more sinister currents within the white power movement as well. Deanna's work under the pseudonym Gregory Hood drew upon foundational white nationalist and neo-Nazi texts that have inspired numerous acts of domestic terrorism. As both Kirkpatrick and Hood, Deanna frequently refers to a system, often with a capital S, mirroring Turner Diaries' author William Pierce's own orthography. Deanna, like Pierce, presents the system as both a governmental and non-governmental coalition of minority groups set out to destroy whites. Writing as Hood, Deanna cited Siege, a collection of neo-Nazi James Mason's writings, on numerous occasions. In 2013, years before the text was popularized by the neo-Nazi forum Iron March, Deanna cited Siege in a Countercurrents essay about the need to destroy the Republican Party. Deanna wrote that Mason was correct in stating that white advocates must think of all white people everywhere as our army. The original post, published on Countercurrents' website on January 31st, 2013, linked to a part of the site where one could buy Mason's tract for $20, plus shipping and handling. McHugh, who dated Deanna from 2013 to 2016 and again briefly in 2017, told Hate Watch that Deanna owned a copy of Siege prior to its popularization by the neo-Nazi forum Iron March. The bold red lettering of Siege on the book spine is unmistakable. It is a heavy book, and Deanna told me not to read it, she told Hate Watch. Some of Deanna's writing, such as an April 2016 essay in Radix Journal titled On LARPing, combined references to both the Turner Diaries and Siege. Most of us don't do anything. We don't take to the streets. We don't hang the traitors from lampposts. We don't revolt the same way our ancestors would, Deanna wrote. Unless you're not paying taxes, living outside the law, or in some form of war against the powers that be, you'll be objectively helping the system keep going, whatever subversive thoughts you have within your own head. Hence, the radical, even by National Socialist standards, James Mason recommended either total war or dropping out of the system entirely, he continued. The essay earned him the praise of at least one user on Iron March, an international neo-Nazi forum that birthed a terroristic neo-Nazi group, Atomwaffen Division. Gregory Hood is by far the closest writer to our views that Radix Journal has, wrote one user, James Futurist, on November 16, 2016. Deanna helped carry water for the more violent wing of the movement in other ways. The email thread between Deanna and the Brimlows, referring to his forthcoming meeting with Teal, contained a reference to a Gregory Hood article about Sacramento on Amren. Here, Brimlow is referencing a piece penned by Deanna under his Hood pseudonym about the Battle for Sacramento, a June 26, 2016 riot in Sacramento that broke out after members of the neo-Nazi Traditionalist Worker Party and Golden State skinheads clashed with anti-fascist counter-protesters. As Hate Watch reported, the event resulted in 514 misdemeanor and 68 felony charges, and it involved over 100 people. There is no doubt that it was the leftists who started the violence, but by most accounts it was the TWP that finished it, Deanna wrote on July 1, 2016, parroting the language used by TWP's leader, Matthew Heimbach. Deanna called TWP and GSS's event a legally sanctioned demonstration and wrote, "It is invariably violent or potentially violent leftists who attack white advocates who are demonstrating or meeting peacefully." However, Heimbach, who was not present at the event, boasted at the time that we, referring to the participants in the TWP and GSS event, sent 6 anti-fascist protesters to the hospital. Around the same time he met with Thiel, Deanna was invited to a white nationalist recruitment meeting by former State Department official Matthew Giebert. In June, a little less than 2 months before his post-RNC dinner with Thiel, Deanna received an email from Giebert inviting him and McHugh to a gathering of what appeared to be members of the white nationalist group DC Helicopter Pilots. The group appeared to be largely active between 2016 and 2018. Our nucleus, about 10 sharp and accomplished goys, sorry about that, this is a quote, will meet for dinner around 6 p.m. in Old Town and then head out to a few bars where some prospects from the forum will join. If your plans fall through, we'd be honored to host you and the lady as a special surprise guest for dinner, or just grab a few drinks after. Giebert wrote from a Proton Mail account associated with his Coach Finstock pseudonym on June 16, 2016. Old Town here appears to refer to the historic district of Alexandria, Virginia. The prospects from the forum appear to refer to members looking to join the local chapter of TRS for which Giebert performed recruitment, as Hate Watch previously reported. How Hate Watch authenticated the emails. In fall 2018, this reporter received a tip from a source, and then anonymous, who claimed to have information on an alleged meeting between Peter Thiel and a prominent white nationalist that took place during the 2016 election cycle. The source later revealed herself to be former Breitbart editor Katie McHugh. In November 2018, McHugh provided Hate Watch with an image file showing an email exchange between Deanna and Thiel. McHugh told Hate Watch that the image was a photo she had taken with her phone of Deanna's unlocked computer in August 2016 when the two were living together in Virginia. However, the file provided to Hate Watch was a screenshot dated November 2018 and not the original JPEG file from McHugh's phone. As a result, it lacked the metadata that would corroborate the time and date the photo was taken and when, if it was backed up to either McHugh's hard drive or the cloud. Sacramento reppin'. Yeah. Sacramento, we have Nazis too. I used to live in Sacramento. Hate Watch I was not a Nazi, but I used to live in Sacramento. A lot of people live in Sacramento. What? Ohio is second erection. What? Okay, I can't even fathom that one right now, Jim Nalgren. Give me a source. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to look that up. I think I'm not. Yeah. Hate Watch has now been able to verify the authenticity of these images from a reconstructive archive of McHugh's iCloud, which was created when McHugh backed up her phone by plugging it into her computer. Sorry. Hate Watch was also able to verify images of a few other emails in the same manner. With these cached images in hand, Hate Watch concluded that McHugh conducted a backup on September 15, 2016, as that is when Mac OS appears to have created the cache. Hate Watch was thus able to determine that McHugh had taken this image between backups made on August 5th, 2016 and September 15th, 2016, a timeline that matched McHugh's own recollection that she took the photo in early August 2016. The image appeared identical to the screenshot provided to this. Where's the photo? Where is it? Where's the email? Where's the email? Where's the photo? What? Oh, wait, maybe it's in the BuzzFeed article. I thought there'd just be a... Okay. I'll include that one too, so you have the BuzzFeed article as well. Hold on. Let me get back here. Okay, so that's your white nationalist update. Peter Thiel is a really weird ass libertarian / I don't know what. I don't know. They should call him Justin Tucker. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Produce evidence of my intent. Wait, let me go back. The bathroom demo guys just showed up. Hope we don't have to pee. Oh, yeah. I agree. I know. Let's see. Jen, good luck with it, Jen. Good luck. And Louise, yeah. The fake wrestling is more real than their sad lives. I agree with that. Okay, what's this about Ohio? Yeah, woot woot. Shout out Old Town Alexandria. It's just a troll. It's just a troll. They should call it. Wait, look at me awake before 10. Woo! Good job, Warren. You got it, girl. You're way early. You're way early. All right, let me see. What are you saying, Jim? Contraception. Conception? What? What? He's not kidding, you guys. Poor Jim. I'm always making Jim give me a source. I got it, Jim. I got it. Justin Tucker. Ohio Democratic lawmakers propose contraception. Contraception? Do they mean conception? Wait, what? Do they mean conception or contraception? What? What? These people are crazy. Are you kidding me? Wait. Oops. Why is this not doing this? There we go. What? That's a typo. It's a big typo. That's a big typo. Big old typo. A new bill in Ohio would make it a crime for men to ejaculate without intending to have a baby. She's a Democrat? You don't get pregnant. Oh, is this like a joke? I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to read it. I'm just going to read it. You don't get pregnant on your own. State Rep Anita Somani, Democrat in Dublin, Ohio, said, in between performing multiple surgeries as an OBGYN Friday, the Democrat explained that she started... Oh, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Okay, Max, I get it now. I get it. Now I get it. All right. Okay. It's a troll. All right. Okay. Thank you. This is my Monday. This is just totally my Monday. I'm having all kinds of bad takes today. Okay. It's my bad take day. I get one. You don't get pregnant on your own. In between performing multiple surgeries as an OBGYN Friday, the Democrat explained that she wants to start regulating men's reproductive health care. If you're going to penalize for someone for an unwanted pregnancy, why not penalize the person who is also responsible for the pregnancy, she said. She introduced legislation that would make it a felony for men to discharge semen without the intent to fertilize. Somalian State Rep Tristan Rader Lakewood joined forces to propose a bill named Conception Begins at Erection Act. Okay. There are some exceptions, such as when protection or contraceptions are used during sex. It also wouldn't apply when an individual is masturbating. Donating sperm or if the intercourse takes place between members of the LGBTQ plus community and thus doesn't produce ova. So what this would apply to is sex without a condom and without actually wanting to procreate. This felony would cost violators thousands of dollars with a max of $10,000 per discharge. It's beyond ridiculous what's going on here. Republican activist Austin Beagle laughed. It's a mockery of the most basic biological concepts. No, you can masturbate, SB. They let you masturbate. The humorous aspect is something both Beigel and Somani agree on. If you think it's absurd to regulate men, then you should think it's equally absurd to regulate women, Somani responded. So this is to make a statement, she said. It is a statement, Somani said with a laugh. Ohio voters overwhelmingly legalized and protected the right to abortion in 2023. Issue 1 passed 57% to 43%, and it enshrined reproductive rights into the state constitution. Ohioans have the right to make their own decisions about abortion, contraception, fertility treatment, miscarriage care, and continuing pregnancy. The state is prohibited from interfering with or penalizing someone for exercising this right. Despite this, anti-abortion advocates like Beagle are trying to reverse it. He is the president of End Abortion Ohio. Yeah, so everybody. He said that in the coming weeks, lawmakers will introduce a new bill to criminalize abortion totally. It just says that human life begins at conception, he said. Therefore, all the protections that are offered to other people under the state law are also offered to the preborn. The preborn. I'm sorry. I just think that's funny. I don't know why that saying is so funny to me, but it is. It sounds stupid. Preborn. Are we postborn? Am I postborn now? I don't even get it. They're going to have to tan those blue balls real bad. Beigel, what if it passes? That would be hilarious. Beigel believes the legislation could hold up in court because of the equal protection provision in the U.S. Constitution. He said the Constitution is now in violation of the 14th Amendment to the federal charter. Legal experts have routinely criticized this argument, saying it won't hold up. Beigel knows there will be a legal challenge, but he is also trying to normalize the idea of a total ban. That's an important sentence right there. That's the important sentence. That's the important sentence. He's also trying to normalize the idea of a total ban. By continuing to introduce it, it may get passed further down the line, he argued. Would this bill be going against the will of the voters? Beagle was asked. Or Beigel, or whatever that name is. Yeah, look back at American history. The issue of slavery was popular with the majority at certain times. Oh my God. The issue of slavery was popular with the majority at certain times. So it's absolutely possible for the majority of the state's populace to support something that's evil and something that's wrong. What? What? Oh my God, that was the weirdest. Ugh. Samani has criticized that argument throughout the years for being inaccurate, while Democrats have called it racist to suggest abortion is similar to slavery. The nonstop effort of anti-abortion activists is one of the reasons why this legislation is needed, the Democrat said. Just like abortion bills have penalized physicians or created felonies for physicians and patients, the intent of the bill is to show that we should not be policing anybody's reproductive rights. Yeah, were the slaves pulled for that? Beigel added that he understands that Somani is being satirical, but that she is missing the mark. The pro-life movement never tried to regulate women's bodies, he claimed. We choose to use different words. We're trying to regulate the actions of people who want to kill another person. Except for the fact that that is not a person, but okay. If they think it's a waste of taxpayer money, well, then they should think the same on the other side, the doctor responded. She's also sick of the Republicans choosing which bills are jokes or not, since she thinks their legislation destroying public education in the state or not supporting kids getting free meals at school are both absurd. I think this hits the idea of Republican freedom and men's freedom, and so that's why it's touching such a big nerve, Samani said. The bill likely isn't conceivable in the GOP-controlled legislature, but it is heating up the conversation. That's pretty good. Well, you got me. You got me. That's for surezies. Well, got me. Zing! Inconceivable. Well, you pulled one over on me, that's for sure. Oh, I thought you were trying to regulate erections. I hope these states that passed abortion laws stand strong. You know, I hope it would be nice to think that the states that can stand up against, federal overreach, let's just call it a, euphemism, or not euphemism, but let's soft soap it a little bit. Those, I really hope the states can can protect the rights of people and that they stand up and do that. It's just, I find it such an odd place to be where we're all having to be really reactionary to things. And I'm really trying not to be reactionary. And I'm doing a terrible job, right? By the way, I know that, and I need to, but I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, and some of you might be and some of you might not be. I kind of don't know, like, sometimes what to do with myself, right? Like, I don't want to take in a bunch of bad information. And then on the other hand, I kind of want to know what's going on. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Just like unprecedented. Yeah. And I want to, I don't know. It's a very confusing time. Not confusing, but it's just kind of like, yeah, we definitely need to have the ball tanning clip again. So, yeah, anyway, I don't know. I guess we keep on keeping on. I guess that's really what it comes down to. We keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Keep learning. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep listening. You guys taught me a lot already. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's great. Oh, bye, Oren. I'll see you later. I got to get ready for this guy to come and rip up my floor, too. So I probably should go, too. So, yeah. Hang in there, kids. Hang in there. I'm telling myself that more than I'm telling you all that. You're all doing a great job. But we just have to hang in there. And just, I don't know. Keep aware. Look for opportunities. Next Monday is a national, the President's Day is some kind of national thing, national strike, national protest. I'm going to get in the dinosaur suit and go do my thing next Monday. After the wake and bake, I'll probably do a wake and bake, at least a little one. And then later on that morning, go out and do some on the street. And maybe earlier than that, but I know for certain that next Monday is a national effort to walk out. Yeah, I'm sure it's a typo. I know. Neil, would you ever let that happen? Would you ever let that go out the door with that big typo? Contraception versus conception. There's no balance. Yeah, there's very little balance between information and mental health. Whose national effort? I don't know. Let me find the flyer that I saw. Hold on. I'll find it. Oh, where was it? Oh, was it in Blue Sky or X or? I think it was an X. I mean, I'm just going to go out and do my own thing. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. For the record, if Dino had a t-shirt on, you wouldn't have. I know. I need to make a big t-shirt. I don't know what kind of, pretty skeptical. No, it's a Monday. Well, it's a holiday. It's a holiday. It's not a Saturday, but it's similar to a Saturday. I get what you're saying. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it because I thought. Thought I put it in a bookmark, but maybe I didn't. Might not have. I might not have. Dag nabbit. Was it in our Discord? It's President's Day, yeah. Well, I'm just going to go out there and stand like an idiot then. Yeah, I'll get a sash and a tutu. That's a good idea. And maybe a sash. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I could probably do something like that pretty easily. I could do a t-shirt. I just have to get a big enough t-shirt. I'm not sure what size that would be. But that's probably a really good idea, actually. Yeah, I don't know who's organizing it. I did post it on Blue Sky. Oh, okay. Thank you. I wish Blue Sky had add a bookmark function. Okay, I'm sorry. I just do. Ecuador is going to choose its next president in an April runoff election. Oh, I did not know that. Where's my profile? Oh, there it is. Do 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 do. Is it in my media? No. Sorry. I'm going as fast as I can. I don't think I see it in there. I think I did it somewhere else. It's just too hard for me to navigate Blue Sky. That's pretty much it. I'm just kidding. Oops. Oh my God, I closed everything again. Yeah. Thank you, Teresa, for those posters. Democracy Dino. I'm Chuck Grassley's mom. Oh my God, Carla, that's really good. I guess 3XL. I don't know. I'm going to have to. I'll measure it. Where's the fan? Would t-shirt cover the fan? What fan? You mean my... What are you talking about? Whoops. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, no. Why is that not big? Damn it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The fan in the... the fan. There is a fan in the dino suit. No, I'm thinking... No, the fan's inside the dino suit. Wait, I could still put a t-shirt. I could still put a t-shirt over it, uninflated, and then I put the suit on, t-shirt's on it, and then I blow it up, expands the t-shirt. I might need someone to pull it down if it goes. I don't know. I'm going to try that. Oh, yeah. No. Is it? I don't think it is. There would be an intake vent. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's a crop top. Okay, maybe it's a crop top. Maybe it's a crop top. Maybe that's what it is. That's what it is. It's just it's a crop top. Hold on. I'll do a crop top. Wait, I gotta find that. Hold on, Jen. Don't leave me. Where does the air come from? Where's our Muppet picture? Oh my God. I need to just go jump off a cliff. That's what I need to do. I'm just a mess. Where's our Muppet picture? Damn it. I can't remember what it's called. It's a fucking Muppets. Where's the fucking Muppets? God, Jen, I have our Muppet picture somewhere. I think it's down here quite a bit. Oh, whoops. Wow, do I not have it? Did I take it off? I might have taken the Muppets off. I find that unbelievable. I find that impossible to believe. Inconceivable. I guess I did. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to get the Muppets back. I don't know what I did with them. I fucked them up. Sexy. Yeah, do you like my... Yeah, I'm burning my butt. I was watching Rowan and Martin's Laughing last night. I just realized you remind me of Joanne Worley. That's exactly a great comparison. Goddamn Muppet Show. I have the Muppet thing. I just don't know where that picture is. Dun 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 dun. Hang some belly jewelry off the crop top. There you go. That fire's gonna burn my ass. Yep, it is. It's warm. Give the dino tattoos. Oh, I should. The arms aren't really long enough, though. I saw a YouTube clip where someone sprayed fart spray into the dino fan. Oh, stop it, Carrie. Don't say that. Would someone really do that? Now you're giving people ideas. Even the person, yeah, I know, actually. Yeah, feels a little bit like that. A sash may be better. Don't know if a t-shirt would fit right on those tiny arms. No, well, yeah, actually, that's a good point. I'm going to have to check this out. You guys, I'll do a test. I'll do a test before I go out next. I'll figure out the t-shirt. A dino sleeve is very short. I know. I can't remember now how... Well, the arms are kind of... Well, I mean, I think the arms start at like my elbow. So I think I have like this much arm, like arm, right? I could do a tank top. Yes, that's a good idea, Carla. I could do a tank top. A tattoo sleeve. But the thing has so many markings on it. I don't know. We're going to have to work on this. Double-sided tape to hold the shirt in place. Absolutely. Key locations. And then the other thing is what goes on the shirt? What do I put on the shirt? What do I say? I'll have to think about that. I'm sure that there will be some ideas in Discord about what I should put on the shirt. But yeah, I think a shirt actually would be smarter. Remember when we talked, I am going to get a branded, one of these days, when I have $1 million, I'm going to get a branded Democracy Dino suit. What's the vest called where just your arms, what, like a bolero? I don't know. Maybe I should wear a nice cardigan. No one elected. Yes. What? Oh, yeah. I didn't. Did you vote for Elon? That's what Karen Sign said. Did you vote for Elon? I'm not sure what I'm going to say. We'll see. I think where I'm going to end up going is probably to Hollywood Boulevard, where there's a lot of people. And I don't know. It's when they do the protest downtown, I could probably get there. Sometimes it's been rough if they've blocked like freeways and stuff just from, being able to get to the center location. But, and I'm too old to walk from East Hollywood to downtown. That's a little more than I'm ready for right now. Bye, BRB or TTFN. Well, TTFN probably, Carla, because I got to go I got to get ready for this guy to uproot my floors. I laughed at Jim's post on Tintin when it looked like Democracy Dino was going to get him at the shooting range. Oh my God. I know. That was crazy. I love that. Yes, Carla, Queen. Have a Queen Day. Have a Queen Monday. Who is Curtis Yarvin? Oh, there you go. Who elected Curtis Yarvin? That's a good one, Jane. And then they'll go, people around me will be like, what? Shut up. No. But it would start a conversation. I don't know. I have ideas. I have a couple ideas. So yeah, and then tonight I am going to have a space tonight, just a chill space, just to kind of get the week ready. I don't know who elected Phony Stark. Phony Stark. I know. I have to think about it. What's short, sweet, to the point, and really gets people thinking? I don't know. I would like to meet up with groups too. You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to have the dinosaur be like a deflection for like, get in the way of like police trying to arrest protesters or something. Like just distract people from bothering the protesters. That's what I'd like the dinosaur to do. Could the dinosaur stop people from bothering the protesters? I don't know. Actually, I think it's been fairly good so far. But anyway, I got to work on that. And that dark gothic MAGA video is good to share with people who don't know any about that stuff. Oh, Max, which one is that? My brain's obviously not in a good space today, so I'm not thinking straight. The dark gothic MAGA video. Oh, I know which one you mean. Yeah. That's God. What have we done? What have we done? Anyway. Well, folks, it's about that time. How well do I fall? Well, I mean, I know how you're supposed to fall. I probably should wear a helmet. I probably should wear a helmet and, like, pads. Because I can break, you know how I am about breaking my wrists. I break my wrists all the time. So, lady with a British accent. Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. Okay. I fell at the state fair hard this year. Oh, I don't usually fall well. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a bike helmet and pads. Thank you. Oh, will you put in Discord the Dark MAGA? Oh, thanks, Max. Thanks for doing that. I think I know which one you mean. But depends on the notice. Yeah. I know, it's true. But usually I don't fall well. I usually end up breaking my wrists. I mean, those are the only things I've broken. Knock on wood that I haven't broken anything else. I really hope one day you get seen by Jimmy Kimmel. Me too. Me too. So maybe not dead center in Melee. No, but I'm just saying, maybe there's like goober guys, trying to heckle. I could just be goofy distracting. I know. I don't want to, first of all, I don't want to distract from the message of the protest. That's number one. Number two, I'm not a strong person, so I'm not here to I can't protect people physically and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not there to be a liability either, right? I don't want to be a liability to any event that's happening. So, Jerry Falwell. I've broken both my wrists. That's the only bones I've broken. Really, Teresa, you too? I guess they're easy. Blonde politics or something like that. Have a good day. Bye, Jane. I'll see you in the Discords. Yeah, so I don't, that's the thing. Video title, Dark Gothic MAGA, How Silicon Valley Tech Billionaires Plan to Destroy America. Yeah. I mean, you might not have seen it, but I posted on both Blue Sky and X a little outreach. So back in the day, I've worked in nonprofit a long time before I did this, and I had relationships with people who were really high up in companies and stuff like that, just by nature of my job. My job was to raise money for social programs, and so I had friendships with people at corporations, and so this weekend I decided to reach out. I don't know them anymore. I don't. Nobody knows. And I kind of dropped out of public life with my friends or my former workmates and colleagues after I had my breakdown in 2019. I really lost touch with a lot of people because I wasn't in a good, good, healthy place. And so then I spent time online and doing all this stuff. And so this weekend, I don't know what moved me to do this, but I posted a tweet in both Blue Sky and X directed at Jeff Dean and his really wonderful wife, Heidi, who were not so much Jeff, but Heidi and I were very close when I worked in Silicon Valley. And so I got to know her and I got to know him and their kids and stuff like that. And they were always really, really looking outward on how to help people and doing good in the world and stuff like that, right? Doing good with the wealth that they had accumulated and their position in life. And so this weekend I took a little bit of a chance, and because I have no idea who's on social media and who's not. But I posted something directed at Jeff and I tagged him in it. And I just said, we need your voice. We need your voice right now. don't know what he's doing right now in Silicon Valley, if he's doing anything. At the time I knew him, he was the head of Google AI. And so I feel like if anyone I know, he's one of those people that has relationships where he can influence. And I have no idea if he wants to influence or doesn't want to influence. Anyway, I heard from his daughter. She DM'd me. And she said, "How do you know my parents?" So I left a message in this DM and basically explained that she actually knows me. But of course, she wouldn't know that she knows me. So that's not surprising. But and I don't know. Maybe they're watching now. Maybe not. But if you are, Jeff and Heidi, I don't know where you're at right now, philosophically. I don't know where you're at anywhere, you know. I'm glad to see your daughter's doing great. It seems like she's doing really well. I love those kids. But I hope, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I guess I am trying to put you on the spot. Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Yeah, I don't know what you can do either, right? I don't know what you, Jeff and Heidi, can do. But I just think that voices, as many voices as we can get, especially those who know, must be able to help somehow. I just think we need all the voices. We need all the voices. Yeah. So anyway, tell me to shut up. Tell me to go away. I don't care. I still have a lot of respect for your family and I love you, but I really need you to, I hope you'll do something. I hope you'll do something. Anyway. Well, I don't think it does anything, but you know what? I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. And I also tagged, I don't think Ed has a Twitter or anything like that, but I'm also calling out to people like Ed Oates, who was one of the co-founders of Oracle. And Ed, I know you, or I knew you, and you were a good man. You were better than Larry, and you know that. But I need you to stand the fuck up now, Ed Oates. Come on. Come on. You guys wanted to do so good for the world. Or at least that's what you always acted like, and you put your money where your mouth was and all that stuff. Well, now I need you to speak up. Speak up against the new sphere. Speak up against the teal and the bullshit. Speak up against Elmo taking over the fucking U.S. government. Ed Oates, Jeff Dean, you can't possibly think that it's okay for a Silicon Valley asshole to take over the U.S. government. You cannot think that way. I refuse to believe that you think that way. All right. Anyway, that's my message. Yeah. There you go. I did not see Richard Gere's. I didn't watch the Emmys or the Grammys or any. I don't watch any of those things, unfortunately. I'll see the highlights sometimes, but I just don't really watch those things. Anyway, all right. I know, that's goofy. Okay, Goofy Monday. All right, I got to go. This guy's going to come and rip up my floor. I got to get some stuff out of the way so he can do his job with unimpeded by my clutter. Thank you guys. Man, you guys really helped me. You put things in perspective. You drew me to sources to improve my media literacy. Made me love Kendrick Lamar all the more, which I already loved him so much. You made me understand all of that. I just really appreciate that. So thanks for being there. Thanks for even on Goofy Mondays where I don't even have my shit together. Thank you so much. Oh, you're going to Tiburon? I love Tiburon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Who was I addressing? I'm sorry, Paul. I was talking to a couple of guys that I knew from Silicon Valley who might be in the might have good, strong voices. So anyway. Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, this is just ripping up moldy wood, but it'll be nice to have not a moldy wood floor ripped up or, holes in it and stuff. I'll hear you tonight, hopefully on the space. I'll try and play the space on on Discord again, like we did last time, so that you guys can, if you want to listen in through the Discord, you can do it that way. So that's 5 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow morning, blah blah blah, and then tomorrow night we have Discord documentary Tuesdays, right? Movies at the Discord on Tuesdays, documentary. I think we're going to do that rock and roll documentary from the one I was going to do last week. I can't remember the name of it now. It's about a woman who was I can't remember now. Shit. Anyway. I will, Paul, watch it. You'll like it. I will definitely see you whenever. But yes, tomorrow I think we're going to do a really cool, like, rock and roll / political documentary about the 80s in New York, I think, is something like that. I can't remember. Why is there an extra early lounge this week? Neil, I'm glad you asked. Well, one of the things is starting at fucking 8:30 in the morning Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. So we have an event that's supposed to start at 5:30. I can't remember what it was, but something was. And so that's the reason it's an extra early lounge. You know what's going to happen, Neil? They're going to start at like 6 a.m. I'm going to open at 5:30, and there's going to be nothing because they're not going to have their act together until 6. But damn it, I'm going to be here at 5:30 in the morning. It's fine. I'm awake anyway. I'm just not made up, so I have to put makeup on. But that's okay. I can do that. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great Monday. I hope your Monday goes better than my Monday started. That's what I hope for you. All right. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.